Hi, this is Sam from Core Yoga, and today's Yin Yang flow is a really nice whole body mobilization, strengthen and cleanse practice. We'll spend a very short amount of time preparing the body, and we'll continue to prepare the body as we enter into the lunge salutations. So we get moving pretty quickly today. On the flip side of that, we have some nice, calm, quiet time at the end of the practice to allow ourselves to move a little more inward and focus on the yin side of the practice. So we're going to start in child's pose. If you want to bring your knees together wide or super wide, it's totally up to you. Sit back on your heels or sit yourself on a block. And in fact today, if you have a block or a bottle or something that you can use to balance on, in the back end of the practice, that might be quite nice to use. So feel free to prop your child's pose as you like. Extend the arms out in front of you and allow the body to slowly soften towards the floor. And just a little moment sway from side to side. So if the forehead is in contact with the floor, allow your forehead to also rock from side to side, massaging that third eye. And then come to stillness and take a deep breath and fill the entire torso as you inhale. And as you exhale, allow the whole body to feel soft and supported by the earth. So take 2 more lovely rounds of deep breath. Feel that sense of energy as you inhale, and that sense of calm as you exhale. And then inhale, move the fingers forward so that the elbows come off the floor. And walk the fingertips so far forward that you feel a nice stretch from wrists to pelvis. Start to take the breath into the space between the 2 armpits and the front of the chest. And as you exhale, feel the belly draw back towards the spine. Keep that nicely connected. Inhale wide into the space between the armpits. And as you exhale, feel a subtle lift of pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. Inhale wide into the space between the armpits. And as you exhale, press your hands into the floor, come to all fours. Move your knees so they're underneath the hips, your hands so that they're underneath the shoulders. Continuing to breathe, but now taking it a little lower and breathing into the rib cage. So breathe fully into the circumference of the ribs. And without moving first, start to instigate your ujjayi, your sound to your breath. Feel the breath fill the rib cage. Feel the rib cage soften as you exhale. 1 more like that. Inhale wide into the ribs. And as you exhale, feel that lift of belly, feel that lift of pelvic floor, slight tuck of the chin. Inhale, drop the belly towards the floor, open up through the chest, lift the chin towards the sky. As you exhale, push the floor away from you. So just 3 or 4 rounds of cat-cow. Inhaling, mobilizing the spine, activating the back of the shoulders. Exhaling, mobilizing the spine, activating the front of the belly. And 1 more like that. Just noticing how the body's feeling today so that you can take a practice in a way that energizes the body rather than stresses the body. Draw the navel in towards the spine. Inhale, reach your right hand up to the sky, look to your thumb. Exhale, feed the right hand underneath you. So just 3 of these on this side. Inhale as you reach up, thread the needle as you exhale, hug the lower belly towards the spine. 1 more from here. Inhale to lift. And exhale to twist. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, walk your hands out to the far corners of the mat. Drop your heart towards the floor, melting heart,
Spread the fingers nice and wide. Bring the forehead towards, or the chin towards the floor. Excuse me. Take a nice deep breath into the front of the chest. Allow the heart space to draw towards the floor. Just give yourself a lovely stretch in this front body right now. And then inhale, come to all fours. Same on the other side, thread the needle. Inhale, left arm lifts up to the sky. And exhale, thread that needle. Inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, feel the navel draw towards the spine. Inhale, feel that sense of lift. And then exhale, feel that sense of stretch in the back of the shoulders. Inhale, back to all fours. Walk your hands a little further forward. Tuck under the toes. You're coming into a plank position. So really push the floor away from you with the hands. Turn the inside edges of the elbows to face each other. A separation of the space between the shoulders. Push back in the heels. Squeeze the quads, the inner thighs, the bum. Then lift the hips, downward facing dog. A moment walking out the dog. And then slowly start to walk those feet towards the hands until you arrive in a forward fold. Grab the elbows, just take a little ragdoll right here. And then releasing the hands. As you inhale, press the hands into the shins, open the chest and halfway lift. And as you exhale, fold forwards, let it go. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky and gaze up to the thumbs. And exhale, bring the palms together in the heart space. So close off the eyes and feel your standing posture right now. And feel that breath as it flows into the circumference that is your rib cage. And feel that containment of Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, pelvic floor, lower belly. A little tuck to the chin. A nice lift of the front of the ribs or the sternum. As we travel through the sun salutations, we'll also continue with our preparation poses for the flow. Bearing in mind our objective really is to move the whole body. So not to worry too much about getting into the deepest variation of your pose, but really to feel the body and feel the breath as we move. Inhale, open the eyes, reach the hands to the sky, just one half salute like this. Exhale, soften the knees and fold forwards, head heavy. Inhale, press the hands into the shins and halfway lift. Exhale, fold forwards, let it go. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky and look up. And exhale, palms together in the heart space. Inhale, reach up, lift up, look up. Exhale, soften and fold. Left hand stays down, left knee bent. Inhale, right hand to the sky. Exhale, right hand to the floor, right knee bent. Inhale, left hand to the sky. Exhale, left hand to the floor, both hands to the shin. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forwards, let it go. Inhale, reach the hands up, look up. Exhale, palms together in the heart space. Inhale, reach up, lift up, look up. Exhale, soften and fold. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, hands down, right leg steps back, right knee down. Right hand stays down, inhale, lift the left hand to the sky. exhale, left hand to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, travel forwards to high plank. Exhale, lower knees, thighs and belly to the floor. Inhale, one breath, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take your feet mat distance apart, your heels slightly in, your toes slightly out. Exhale, slowly walk your feet towards your hands, bring your elbows inside the knees. Inhale, feel length in the spine. Exhale, drop the bum as low as it goes, coming into our squat. Inhale, feel a lift of the front of the sternum. And exhale, feel a drop of the pelvis towards the floor. One more breath here, inhale. Exhale, hands down, lift the hips. Inhale, slowly walk those feet back to down dog distance. Exhale, walk your hands all the way out to plank. Inhale in plank. Exhale all the way to the floor. Inhale, Bhujangasana, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the right thumb. And exhale, step the right foot forward, drop the left knee, left hand stays down. Inhale, right hand to the sky. Exhale, derotate, step the left foot forward and fold. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky, look up. Flip the palms forward and exhale, take a lateral flexion to the left. Inhale, reach up, flip the palms forward. Exhale, lateral flexion to the right. Inhale, reach up, look at those thumbs. Exhale, soften the knees and fold. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, left foot steps back, left knee down. Inhale, come all the way up into your low lunge. And then interlace the fingers. Inhale, a breath here. Reach those hands towards the sky. Exhale, lateral flexion to the right. Inhale, reach up, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. Right leg steps back, downward facing dog. Inhale, travel to high plank. Exhale, all the way to the floor. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, take the feet wider. Exhale, walk your hands to your feet. Inhale, bring the elbows inside the knees. And exhale, drop the bum as low as it will go. Inhale, feel that sternum lift up towards the sky. Exhale, allow the bum to feel heavy. One more breath here. And as you exhale, hands to the floor, lift the hips. Inhale, the feet down dog distance. Exhale, walk your hands out to plank. Inhale in plank. Exhale to the floor. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look to left thumb. Exhale, left foot forward, right knee down. Inhale, reach the hands up, make a fist. Exhale, lateral flexion to the left. Inhale, reach up, lift up. Exhale, hands down, right leg to join the left. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky. Exhale, palms together in the heart space. Inhale, ground into the floor with your feet. Exhale, lift the sit bones to the sky. Inhale, lengthen the crown of the head forward. Exhale, hands down, right leg steps back, right knee drops down, right hand down. Inhale, start left hand to the sky. Tuck under the right toes, and as you exhale, push back in the left and right heel and draw the left hand back. And then as you inhale, drop that knee and reach the hand back to the sky. So as you exhale, you're just half circling the arm. And as you inhale, your other half circling the arm. And as you exhale, you're straightening the back leg. And as you inhale, you're bending the back leg. You have 2 more like that, feeling the whole body. And moving that body in alignment with the breath. As you exhale, next one, de-rotate, left foot steps back, high plank. Take a breath in your high plank. Exhale all the way to the floor. This time we're on locust. Inhale as you open through that heart space. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the right leg to the sky. Exhale, bend and open that right hip. Inhale into the right side of the body. Exhale, de-rotate, right foot steps forward. Left knee drops, left hand stays down. Inhale, right hand to the sky. Tuck under the left toes. As you exhale, extend that right arm back, extend that left leg. And as you inhale, bring the right hand forward and up, bend that back knee. Exhale for half of the circle. Inhale for the other half of the circle. Exhale to straighten the back leg. And inhale to drop that back knee. Exhale, send the arm back. Then inhale into twist. You have 1 more like this. Exhale, de-rotate, step the left foot forward and fold. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky and look up. Exhale, soften the knees and fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left leg steps back, left knee stays lifted. Inhale, push the floor away from you. Come into your high lunge. Exhale, left elbow on top of right, eagle arms. Tuck the chin, feel the breath. Lift the elbows, breathe into the back of the shoulders. Draw the navel to the spine and lift that pelvic floor. And then slowly guide those elbows towards the sky. Take the gaze with it. As you exhale, release hands to the floor, step back to plank. Inhale in your plank. Exhale all the way to the floor. Inhale, locust. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the left leg. Exhale, bend the left knee and open the left hip. Inhale into the left side of the body. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Keep the right knee lifted. Inhale, high lunge on the other side. Exhale, right elbow on top of left. Tuck the chin, inhale into the back of the shoulders. Exhale, feel that stability at the pelvis. Then inhale, draw those elbows forward. Lift them towards the sky as you take the gaze with it. Getting deeper and deeper into the muscles in the front of that right hip. As you exhale, let the hands go. Step the right foot forward and fold. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky and look up. Exhale, palms together in the heart space. Heel toe the feet together, the knees together. Feel that sense of activation and energy as those inner thighs draw towards one another. And notice how that has a knock-on effect to the muscles around the pelvis. All of this is going to remain stable as I go into a rotation with my upper body. When I twist, I don't want to move my hips and my knees. When I twist, I want to twist from above the waist. That might mean I go less far, and that is totally okay. From here, inhale, sit low, Utkatasana. As you exhale, bring the hands to the heart space. Take a breath in. As you exhale, twist, 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 twist to the right. Then remove this left elbow and place it on the outer edge of the right knee without moving the whole body around. Bring the right hand onto the left. And then use the hands as a little lever as you guide yourself into a twisted chair. You want to pull the palms together towards the heart space, but if they don't get there, that's okay. Feel the weight of the feet even in the floor and breathe into the back of the chest. Now, as you exhale, gaze to your feet, but keep everything else as is. Then inhale, lift your left heel. As you exhale, you're going to send that left leg back to the back of the mat. You're now in a twisted lunge. Push back in that back heel. As you exhale, squeeze those inner thighs and come into your twist once again. Breathe here and feel that sense of alignment and control throughout whole body. As you exhale, from here, release the hands. Inhale, lift the hands to the sky. You're in a high lunge. Bend the left elbow and tuck the chin. Bring the hand between the shoulder blades. Reach the right hand to the sky. Then bring the right hand all the way behind the body. And if the right hand meets the left, fine. If not, the right back and palm just presses into the small of the back. And then inhale, press that head into that forearm. Lift and open through that chest. Exhale, hold it here. Breathe wide into the rib space. Find the stability in the pose. Then next time you inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, turn both feet to face the long end of the mat. Inhale, press that head into that forearm. Don't undo this bind. Exhale, send the hips back. Bring the chest towards the floor. But it might not go parallel. I tell you what stops it in my body. It's the front of my right arm right here. So just go until your body says stop. And that is exactly where you pause. Then you stay here breathing, feeling the totality of the pose, feeling the length in the spine, the outer side of the feet pressing into the earth. And then slowly, slowly, you just get a little deeper in the pose. Soften the knees and inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, release the hands. Turn the heels in and the toes out. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky and look up. Exhale, palms together in the heart space, goddess squat. Inhale, push the floor away from you and lift. And exhale, bend those knees to goddess. Inhale, reach up, lift up, look up. Exhale, sink low. 2 more like this, inhale. And exhale, not moving quickly, not rushing. Enjoying the subtle pauses at the top and at the bottom of every breath.
Then next time you inhale, reach up, lift up, look up. Legs stay straight, exhale, palms together. Hands to the hips, left foot parallel with the back of the mat, right foot faces forward. Hips facing as far forward as your body allows, but even. Bend the right knee so that it's stacked on top of that right ankle. Then inhale, extend the arms wide, warrior two. Exhale, hold it here. Inhale, flip the back hand so that the back front of the hand is facing forward and the back, the palm is facing back. And then as you exhale, bring that left hand behind you, pretty much to where the right hand just was. And then flip the right palm and face so the right palm's facing the back wall. Then inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, reach those right fingertips forward. And then this time, instead of bringing the right hand to the right shin, bring the right hand behind you. Either backs of the palms facing or hands in reverse prayer. And then staying here and feeling this. So the hands are in reverse prayer or the backs of the palms are pressing in around about the shoulder blades. And then you're finding the pose. And then you're feeling the hands in the shoulder blades or the palms in the center of that space to open the heart space up to the sky as you soften into this pose and stay here for longer. Feeling the totality of the pose, feeling the strength with the calm, and the breath with the stillness. And then as you exhale, take the gaze to the floor. Inhale, bend the right knee, keep the left hand where it is. Release the right hand and bring it on the inside edge of the right knee. Then inhale, rotate that left arm up, then over the top into this variation of side angle. It is not super deep, stay here. As you exhale, feel the heart space. Open it up towards the sky and gaze up. Feel the totality of the pose here. As you exhale, uncircle that left hand. Flip up the left heel, hands to the mat, step back to plank. Bring the feet together at the back end of the mat. The right hand into the center of the floor. Inhale, circle that left arm exactly like you just did. Side plank, reaching the left hand towards the front of the mat. Breathing here, finding the strength and the stability in this pose. The calmness and the softness in this pose. As you exhale, back to plank. Take a breath in here. Exhale, lower all the way to the floor. Inhale for locust. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale a breath here. And exhale, settle into your dog. Close off your eyes, take 5 breaths here or 5 breaths in child's pose. Whatever feels good, but allow the body to really be with the breath. Allow the mind to really be with the breath. Next time you breathe out, bend the knees, look at your thumbs. Step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky and look up. And exhale, palms together in the heart space. Heel, toe the feet together. Feel that sense of energy as those inner thighs hug towards one another. And notice the response of your pelvis as you do that. Remember, as we go to twist, we're not going to be trying to twist at the pelvis. We're going to be trying to be twisting more above the waist at the thoracic. From here, squeezing those inner thighs, inhale nice and deep in your Utkatasana. Exhale, bring the palms together to the heart space. Take a breath in here. And then exhale, twist as far as you go. Now noticing that my elbow is nowhere near my knee right now. So I'm just going to take my elbow off and I'm going to get there. But I'm going to try not to move my hips or my knees. Bring the palms together, take a breath in. And then as you exhale, I'm just using this elbow as a little lever to get more rotation from my rib cage and above. My rotational muscles, the core, are working here. And I'm breathing as best as I can into the back of my ribs. I'm feeling an element of balance between strength and stability here. As you exhale, take the gaze to the floor. Inhale, lift up your right heel. Exhale, extend that right leg back, push back in it. Inhale, feel length in the spine. And then exhale, make that twist. Inhale here. Exhale here. Continue one more breath. And then as you exhale, derotate. Keep everything stable. Release the hands and inhale, reach the hands to the sky. Bend the right elbow, tuck the chin, bring the hand behind you. Inhale, reach the left hand to the sky. And exhale with the palm facing outwards. Bring the left hand behind you. If it connects, it connects. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And then as you exhale, press the head into the forearm and open up through that chest. Stay here. Feel how strong this pose is. And then notice if you're feeling pressure in one particular area. And see if you can create a balance and spread out that workload. Keep tuned into the breath. Inhale, straighten the left leg. And exhale, turn the feet so that they're facing the long end of the mat. I'm going to turn around so I'm still facing you. Inhale, open through the chest. Exhale, send the hips back. And so from here, remembering, same thing on this side. We go until the body stops. Then we stay there. But we still have the pressure of the head pressing up into the forearm. We still have the flow of the breath through the body. And we might notice that the longer we stay here, the more the body accepts this space, then the more the body allows us to deepen into this space. We are feeling engaged and controlled in the whole body. And then bend the knees as you inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release your hands. Turn the heels in and the toes out. Inhale, reach the hands up to the sky. Exhale to goddess squat. Inhale, reach up, lift up. And exhale. Nice. Inhale, keep the weight in the feet nice and even. As you exhale, allow the hips to sink low, push the knees back. Inhale to reach, last one. Exhale into goddess. Inhale to lift. Exhale, straight legs, hands through the heart space, hands to your hips. Turn the back foot so it's parallel with the short end of the mat, and the front foot so it's facing forward. Get those hips in alignment, bend the left knee. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, hold it here.
And then flip the back palm so it's facing the wall behind you, the right side. And then bringing that right hand to where the left hand was. So I'll turn around so you can now see what my arms are doing as I come into this variation of triangle. And then from here, stay here, inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, extend the left hand forward, forward, forward. And this time, instead of bringing the left hand to the left shin, I'm going to bring the left hand to meet the right, or I'm going to have both of my palms pressing into my shoulder blades. And then I'm going to inhale as I open the chest, and then exhale as I stabilize here. So feeling the totality of the pose, feeling the sense of length but control, strength but softness, and then staying with it. And then inhale, bend this left knee and bring the left hand on the inside. Exhale, windmill that right hand up and over past your right ear. Inhale, open the chest towards the sky. Exhale, hold it here. Strong and stable side angle pose. Not super deep, but super strong. Then as you exhale, windmill that right hand back and down to the floor. Bring the left hand down, step the left foot back, soles of the feet together. Left hand to the center of the mat. Inhale, right hand circles forward. Back into Vashisthasana variation. Feeling that sense of control, feeling that sense of breath. Allowing the mind to be soft and the body to be strong. And as you exhale, windmill that right hand back. Bring the hand to the floor, high plank. Inhale here. Exhale all the way down to the floor. Bring the hands underneath your forehead and allow your body to soften and let go. And so from here, take a big breath into the belly and allow the whole body to soften and settle. This is your transition pose between the fire and the energy of Yang. And the softness and the quiet of Yin. Now as we practice the Yin, it might not feel really easy or nice. If anything really hurts your body, then you don't do it. If you're feeling the pain on the side that you're moving towards, then be mindful, pull away a bit. But if you're feeling discomfort and stretch in the side that you're moving away from, then that's okay. And just give it time. Maybe release the pressure a little bit, but give it time. Press into the hands. We're going to start with Sphinx pose. Bring the elbows underneath the shoulders. Close off the eyes. Allow the hands to elongate in front of you. And just allow the body to settle here. Now if this hurts your lower back, then you can bring your elbows a little further forward, or you can bring a pillow underneath your chest. Sorry, underneath your belly. And that will just support you a little bit. And we're going to be here in Sphinx pose for the next 2 minutes. And what I'd like you to notice in this pose is how during this period of time physically, the muscles in the body, one by one, start to let go. Of
course, I'd like you to breathe and keep that flow of breath moving in and out of the body. But just notice and be aware of the tissues today. And how those muscles, those connective tissues, how they respond to being here. Now, allow your attention to turn to your breath and feel that breath as it enters in the body, how it creates you a little more space. And use the out-breath to feel the softness and letting go of the body physically. So we gave it the first part of this pose to notice how the tissues slowly over time start to let go. The tension releases in them and they stop engaging. There'll be some in the beginning that are engaging to support you. And then we're realizing actually we can use the out-breath to encourage this letting go process. So from here we're going to move into Ardha Bhekasana, half frog pose. And just blink the eyes open, just look down at your right arm and take your elbow a little further forward and the fingers towards the left side of the mat. Then you're just going to bend the left knee. Now for some of you, you might want to come further forward as you start to get a stretch in the front of the hips. It might give you some pain in your lower back. So feel free to do that. For some of you, you might want to grab a towel or a strap or a tie and place it around your foot. You might want to ask someone in your household to just bring the foot and the hand to meet. And then from there, when you get that connection, you're just slowly guiding this foot towards the bum, towards the outer edge of the hip. Now you can bring the hand on top of the foot, or you can just have the hand outside. But if you have the hand outside, be mindful that it doesn't pull the leg out to the side. And then close off your eyes and notice what you notice physically. So notice that right now as you go into this pose, maybe muscles are starting to hold on. I know as I go into this pose, my bum is starting to engage to help me to lengthen my quad, and I'm going to ask my butt muscles to let go. In fact, I'm going to move my arm forward because today that feels like I can get a better release of the muscles around the hips by just resting my hand on the floor or my head on my block. And then we'll rest here for about another 90 seconds on this side. So about 2 minutes on each side. You're allowing your body, your mind to follow your physical body for the first bit. Notice if there are still muscles that are holding on to tension. Particularly mindful of those glute muscles. And then start to tune into that breath.
yourself to focus on that in-breath to create a little more space in this pose. And that out breath to allow the body to let go. So my heel is close to my bum, but it doesn't mean that your heel needs to be close to your bum. You might be holding a strap around your foot and your leg might be at 90 degrees, that's totally fine. I just want you to bring your body to what we call your edge. So where your body says stop, that's enough. And before the reflex tendon jumps into play to stop you pulling anything. And then slowly release that side, let it go. So we'll take a counter pose. We're just going to lie down, back to where we started before we did Sphinx. And we're just allowing the body to soften. But this is also an opportunity for you to tune in physically to your body to notice, well, how does it feel? Why are these yin poses important to me and what do they do to my body? So in yin, for sure, we stretch the muscle and then we get into the fascia, the myofascia that surrounds the muscle and runs through the muscle. And then surrounds the ligaments and the tendons also. So we also get in to the ligaments and the tendons, applying a bit of stress to hydrate those areas. So before we move to the other side, just notice how the left side feels right now. Notice how the right side feels. Or the side that you've just done versus the side that you haven't done. You're not looking for answers, you're just observing. And then slowly pressing your way up and coming back to bring the left elbow a little ahead of your shoulder this time and bending the right knee. Bringing your strap, your blanket, getting your friend to help you, somehow getting hold of this right foot and then allowing yourself to soften. So I really liked taking the block under my forehead because that allowed me to focus on the stretching hand that I wanted in the front of my foot and the front of my right hip without me giving my back too much pain. So I've spent a couple of hours on the bike this morning, and in doing that I've really worked into my hip flexors. I've tightened up the front of my hips. The same might go for if I'd sat for a couple of hours at a desk or at a table. And if I come up like this when I get into it, I'm just working hard. And I want to let go of the tension in the muscles in yin rather than hang on to the tension. So it doesn't mean that we can't do a pose or we wouldn't look great in a pose. It's all about feeling your body and understanding where your body can be at ease. We want to be in a place where we can be at ease, so these glute muscles soften and let go. So these inner thigh muscles soften and let go. So I can get into the tissue right here in the front of my thighs, across the front of my hip. So the muscles and the tissues I'm accessing are working in the front of the body. So really beneficial for us spending so much time seated at the moment. Maybe if we're spending more time seated, we're tighter in those front of hips. And also beneficial for those cyclists that are at home, cycling on turbo trainers, where the intensity is generally higher than it is out on the road. There's no freewheeling on a turbo train. And those runners that are running maybe more than normal because they have the time available to them and it's their opportunity to get out. Maybe they take that opportunity after sitting at a desk for 8 hours. There's tiredness there too. So we're going to be here for about another 20 or so seconds. Ardha Vikasana, half frog pose. A yin variation, not the yang variation. Slowly release that right leg. And we're going to come back to that same pose where we bring the hands underneath the forehead and allow the head to hang heavy. Observe. Notice, acknowledge the changes physically in the body and how that feels now, right versus left. And then from here, slowly bring your hands either side of the chest. Be mindful. Tuck under the toes. Come all the way to all fours. And then just coming all the way into a pose. We've got a few variations of this pose. So one variation of this pose is that we're going to take right leg and cross it in front of left leg in Sukhasana. One variation is I can bring my right ankle onto my left inner knee in fire log. And one version is I can take cow face pose by bringing my left heel to my right side of my bum and my right heel to my left side of my bum. Every physical body is built differently. Find the pose that feels right for you and then just walk your hands forward, close off your eyes and allow the body to soften and settle. And so we're going to take this pose 2 minutes on each side and then after this we will travel into a Shavasana. And so allowing yourself once again in each pose that we take today to observe this physical response firstly of the pose. And then observe how we use the breath to allow us to soften even more into the pose. Allow the muscles that are still hanging on to let go and use that out breath to guide them into that softness. And we're here for about another 30 seconds. And then just slowly walk your hands back to your hips and swap sides. So just take the same variation of the pose but on the other side. So left
knee is on top, left leg is on top, or left foot is in front. And then as slowly or as quickly as your body feels comfortable with, allow yourself to soften back into your forward fold. And then observing the response of the physical tissue first. So it is a natural response of the body to fire up muscles to take you deeper or to stop you going too deep. That's totally the setup that our human body takes. But we allow ourselves to sink a little deeper into the pose. We allow the tissues a little more space during that time. And they slowly respond. And then noticing how we can add that sense of using that space that we create as we inhale to get a little deeper, and then using that out breath to soften into that space. And we're here for about another 30 seconds. And then slowly you walk your hands back to your hips, untie your legs, and just take your time. Allow yourself to extend your legs out in front of you. Just rotate your feet from side to side. And then just allow yourself to soften and settle into Shavasana. The back of the skull rests into the earth. The pelvis, the feet, the back of the hands all soften into the floor. Allowing the breath to now return to its natural ebb and flow. Before you bring any movement back into the physical body, just take a moment. slowly bring movement to your fingers and your toes and your wrists and your ankles. Walk the knees in close to your body. Let's take a little rock from side to side. And when you're ready, coming all the way up, and find a comfortable seat. Keep the eyes closed if you can. Bring your palms together in the heart space. Namaste. Thank you for taking the time to practice with me today.